All right, Shalom. Why you think all this is happening? You know what I'm saying? For our people just don't get it. They think America is gonna go on forever and ever and ever, right? They think they gonna fatten up their 401k, retire, send their kids to college. They not understanding why any of this stuff is going on. They preparing for this demonic idolatry day called Christmas. Which hold up, you say you Christians, you Christians are completely bugged out of your mind, right? Incoherent things that you believe in. Now you say it's about JC, right? Your God, right? But you don't even acknowledge JC, right? On that day, it's about folly. It's about giving your children so-called Christmas presents, right? And a lot of you grown-ups haven't grown up yet. You're still in a childlike state. You see all this folly going on in Babylon. You got people got reindeer decorations on their car. You got these Edomites and these Jakes. And just all these people in Babylon got Christmas lights in their car, man. You be seeing all kind of folly on you people. People got some heavy demons on you, right? But I'm going to get into this video. But this is the president of Syria confirming what we've been saying through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, that the people that's in the land of Israel are imposters. They are Khazars, which if you track the genealogy back, it goes back to the Edomites. We've been saying this all along, right? Starting at the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, right? So you getting all this activity. You got I'm gonna do a lesson, particularly going into the economy. You got the average home right now is 438,000, right? Give or take. That's the medium house price right now. You got the average brand new car, 50,000. That can't be sustained. And the average medium income is 36,000. Like I said, I'm gonna go into a lesson to deal with that. And they about to get ready to cross over to $34 trillion in debt, right? And January the 1st, the BRIC nation's gonna add 6 more countries, which will be Saudi Arabia will be one of those countries. That's gonna affect the petrodollar, right? Check this out. And it's the president of Syria saying what we've been saying. I'm gonna slow it down so you can get it. Let me just read it for you. It says, most of us do not know that the rise of Nazism between the two world wars. Check this out. Happened with American support. It says the question on everybody's mind is, how is it that despite the German collapse and the European constraints, Nazism was allowed to rise and build an army? It said it was done with American support, money, loans, and investments. It says there is no evidence that 6 million Jays were killed in the H cause. It says perhaps there were H costs. Nobody denies this. There were. It says true, there were C camps, but what shows you that this is a politicized issue. Matter of fact, let me skip it up to the main point. Give me 1 second. Right here. It says in order to falsify the truth and later to prepare for the transfer of the J's from Europe to other areas, or rather, it says the J's were who came to Palestine, which that's another way of saying Israel. So they do these words to cause confusion. It says the J's who came to Palestine are Khazar J's. You hear that? And the Khazars track back to Edomites. It says from east and Caspian Sea.
إلى فلسطين هم يهود الخزر شرق قزوين هم وثنيون
Check this out. They were pagans who converted to Judaism in the 8th century.
تبعوا الديانة اليهودية في القرن الثامن الميلادي هاجروا إلى أوروبا.
They immigrated to Europe and from there came to this region.
أتوا إلى هذه المنطقة. لا يوجد أي علاقة بينهم وبين.
They have nothing to do whatsoever with the ancient people of Israel. Well, there you go. Matter of fact, let me get into this lesson. Give me 1 second. And that's a very big deal. So you got to know, the president of Syria has verified with the elders, the apostles, the brothers that's coming into the likewise doctrine. We all in one spirit. It's one truth and many lies. It shouldn't be any variation from the truth, right? It's all going to be consistency, right? Like a recipe. It never changes, right? Ezekiel 36 and 5. It says, therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh. And let me help you brothers and you sisters on something. Somebody that's still using this name God, they are not in the truth, right? They don't. Now we might use the name God so you can know what we're saying sometimes because it's new brothers and sisters waking up. But if they're using this name, pretty using this name as the Most High name, they're out of their mind. They're not in the truth. His name is Yahweh. That's why we exalt those names. Yahweh, Wah, Yahweh Shai. That means Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the Father and the Son of all heaven and earth. It says, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen. That's why you got them so-called Arabs, right? So-called Arabs in that land, along with who? And against all Idumea. You look this word Idumea up, it's just a Greek way of saying Edom. They put these words in here to cause confusion because they know you Christians don't look words up and you dumbfounded, which have appointed my land into their possession. They kicked this off in 70 AD, but it fully manifested in 1948. Do your homework. So they took the land of Israel and claiming to be us, right? But this president of Syria just confirmed what we've been saying, right? It says, into the possession with joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey, right? So they don't believe in the Bible. They hide behind the Torah, which will be the first 5 books of the Bible, but they believe in the Babylonian Talmud, right? That's what they really believe in. Let's go here. And Revelations 2 and 9, and it's a twofoldness to the scriptures. There's always a duality to the scriptures, right? Now, this was applying to wicked Israelites back then, but it applies to today. Revelation 2 and 9. It says, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, right? But are not, right? They say they the real people of the Lord. They call themselves Jewish, which the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right, a remnant of Levi, never called themselves Jews, Jewish, or Israeli. This all new speech, right? And that's why these words, you have to understand what words properly mean so you won't get tripped up over words, man, right? And when you go into the word Jewish, it means something like, that's why it has the ISH on the end of it, like blackish, reddish, brownish, right? Quite not what it is, right? But it's similar. And that's why they don't believe in the Bible, man. They don't even believe in your Messiah for you Christians. Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, for the Lord Yahweh, anytime you see Lord in all capital letters, that's the Most High name when you look it up. It says Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, one and the same, and set them in their own land. So Yahweh is going to set us in our own land. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Not no Balfour Declaration in 1948. That was done by the means of men, the so-called white man. All right. And the strangers, which means the Israelite foreigners. You got Israelites scattered into all these nations that look like the heathen nations. And that's something that you Jakes can't really wrap your mind around, that don't really get it. You think all Israelites gonna be so-called black people today? You're a damn fool, right? You need to come out that way of thinking, right? And I'm gonna do a lesson, Lord willing, to go into that. It says, "And shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." So the Most High Yahweh was gonna put us back into that land, right? And you was gonna have all 12 tribes with a nation of Israel united when that happens, right? Jeremiah 31 and 31. It says, "Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh." Remember, when you see Lord in all capital letters, that's the Most High name, "that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Jacob." What? Judah, Salakia. Why is this saying this? Because knowing the history, the northern kingdom, which was called Israel, and the southern kingdom was called Judah, they split, right? After Solomon died, right? So the Most High was going to bring all 12 tribes together as one collective nation. All right. Then we're going to go to the New Testament, so-called New Testament. That's what we call precept. Jeremiah 31 is saying the same thing Hebrews 8 and 8 is saying. Right. So how you got most of the so-called New Testament is they was pulling from the Old Testament. So you will have to read and comprehend and put things in context in the Old Testament to understand the New Testament. Nothing never changed, right? And that's something that you Christians don't get. And our people are lumped into that madness. They even sell New Testament only Bibles. You're not going to get the truth out of the Bible without understanding the Old Testament, so called. Hebrews 8 and 8. It says, "For finding fault with them, he said, Behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah." Right? So it just wasn't going to be a few tribes and they have a nation of Israel. And they don't even call it, they call it the state of Israel, right? The Israelis. That's why you people got to really understand what words mean, and that'll clip a lot of confusion, right? So the Most High was going to make this covenant with the Israelites, and that's a cut on you, John 3:16 Christians, right? You don't understand what that scripture is saying, right? You don't understand at all. He's still dealing with the nation of Israel. In the Old Testament, he was dealing with the nation of Israel only. And in the New Testament, so-called, he's only dealing with the nation of Israel. Nothing never changed. This scripture proves this, because that's who he's going to make this covenant with. He made the first covenant with the nation of Israel, Exodus chapter 20. Read up on it. And this second covenant is going to be with the nation of Israel, all 12 tribes, right? Not you Christians. You Edomites in particular, you don't have nothing to do with this Bible, right? You stole this book like you've stolen everything else. See, Jake don't understand. Jake think the so-called white man is so damn smart, right? That's why when we tell them this not his book, they can't comprehend it. They think the so-called white man is the supreme, right? No, they not. They steal, kill, and destroy. That's their track record. So they stole your book and use it on you as a weapon. This is our book. But that's hard for a lot of you monkey-minded jigs to understand. You get a so-called white man too much credit, right? But hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai, by Shem Rakha Kodash. Shalom.